Hi guys, we're just looking at the Samsung Galaxy S3. As you can see here, it's one of the most fascinating phones. You just push one button here and it wakes it up. And the Samsung Galaxy S3 on AT&T, and I'm going to show you some really interesting features that you can really use with this new phone. It's really slim, as you can see right here. And it's got this new thing called S Voice on there. It's kind of like Siri on the Galaxy S3. You can ask it complicated queries. You can even ask it calculus questions. And to wake it up, you just say, "Hi Galaxy," and it's awake. What's the derivative of 2x squared? As you can see, you can do basic calculus on here.
Here is the answer to your question.
And it solves it. It just integrates into Wolfram Alpha and it solves some basic math queries. You can ask it to do a lot of other things too, like send text messages or where food is. I'm hungry for some Thai food.
Here's a list of places I found.
See, it looks for things around me. How's the weather tomorrow?
The forecast for tomorrow is a couple of thunderstorms.
And it just interacts with you. I can even send text messages to my old friends or somebody if I wanted to. Text KP, what are you doing tomorrow? And as you can see, boom, it sent me a text message just like that. And it's a really interesting phone that you can do a lot of fun stuff with. Here's the list of options that you can actually ask it a lot of queries on here, a lot of simple queries. For instance, I can even ask it things like, set a timer for 35 seconds. And boom, it sets a timer for 35
Set
seconds.
timer for 35 seconds.
And that's a lot of fun. Alright, that's S Voice. And this phone I want to show you is really cool because when you open the screen, it's got this real teardrop effect on it. So you just swipe across and everything's real snappy on here. As you can see, you just launch any app that you want. You can do so many interesting things on here. For gaming, watching Netflix. For instance, one of the apps I like to use is Square. You can take mobile payments on your phone with that. YouTube's really snappy. Browsing's awesome on here. And my favorite thing is navigation on here. For instance, if I want to navigate somewhere, you just talk to it where you want to go, and it just knows. For instance, I could just tell it things like, navigate to Legoland, Florida. And it knows that Legoland's next to me, and boom, it sends me my navigation, and even does navigation using the Google Earth. As you can see right here, boom, it gives me driving directions right here. And it's awesome. It definitely beats iOS 6 maps for sure. It's got 3D maps, it's got all that. You can scrolling is real snappy. It just goes right through. Google Earth, you can do 3D maps on Google Earth on here, for instance. You can zoom in. For instance, I could just go into, let's say I want to go into, San Francisco, California, right? I can just, San Francisco, I can just talk into search. There's this search button right here on the keyboard. San Francisco. And boom, I just go and it takes me to San Francisco. And now I can look at 3D maps. We're in San Francisco. And I'll show you how 3D maps works. You zoom in, you see buildings in 3D right here. If I want to turn it into landscape, I can even do landscape mode. And I can see, you can just see San Francisco. And you just real snappy, and you can just use that to tilt, 2 fingers. And boom, you're into the maps, and you see 3D layers. And this is a real-time rendering. This is a Transamerica Pyramid, San Francisco. And it's just really detailed. And the maps have phenomenal quality, as you can see here. And this is a real-time 3D rendering. These aren't pictures, and as you can see, this is just, it looks so realistic. It's photorealistic, the maps. And then we get out of 3D maps. And the camera is 8 megapixels. It's got a really fantastic lens on it. And you can even ask Google complicated questions and queries. Where was Taylor Swift born? See, it tells me right here. It gives me answers to that. They're going to update it with Google now, which is going to have a lot more features with Jelly Bean. But Google still works really well. It just doesn't talk back to you yet like S Voice does. And that's Samsung Galaxy S3. Check out some of my other reviews. Thank you so much.